And so because this question is so common, I decided to give you guys a whole episode dedicated to this question. A person's wealth is determined by their assets, investments, and things that they own. I say true wealth is about how you live it. Your girl is back. Welcome to Wealth Within Reach. I am answering the most common question that I get from real estate investors or people interested in real estate investing. Do I need an LLC to invest in real estate? And so because this question is so common, I decided to give you guys a whole episode dedicated to this question. And not only this question, if you have a question of, do you need a LLC for each rental property? If that's your question, I'm going to answer that question too. Overall, I'm going to help you figure out how to create your legal structure for your real estate business. Okay, you ready? Let's jump into it. If I just focus on the question, do you need a LLC to invest in real estate? The answer is no. Okay, you don't need a LLC to invest in real estate. Should you have it? Possibly, maybe. And we're going to talk more about that. If you're new and you are trying to figure out everything you need to have in place to get started investing in real estate, what I would say is, although this is important, your most important role right now is to try to figure out your buy box. Try to figure out actually what you need to do to buy your first property. You don't need to have an LLC. A LLC is just helpful to help protect you. LLC stands for Limited Liability Corporation. And the best way I describe having an LLC and why you should consider having an LLC, it's like riding a bike. Do you need to wear a helmet to ride a bike? No, you could just ride a bike and not have to wear a helmet. Should you possibly wear a helmet when you're riding a bike? Yeah, in case you fall and you need to hit your head so you can protect your head. Having an LLC is very similar. What it does is it helps to separate you personally from your property. If you are going to buy a property, and especially when you're first starting out, most likely the property is going to be in your personal name. That means that when you go to get your mortgage, when you go and sign on the dotted line, most likely it will be your personal name and you're signing on the dotted line for that rental property. A lot of you are even using your current home and that will become your first rental property. So 9 times out of 10, when you actually buy your first property, it will not be in the name of an LLC. But what you can do is you can have a property in your personal name and you can begin, if you want to limit your liability, similar to putting a helmet on and riding a bike, you can open an LLC, a limited liability corporation, to begin separating the finances of your real estate business from yourself personally. And even though the property is titled in your name, you can receive the rental income in the name of the LLC and begin paying the expenses in the name of the LLC. And that is respected with the IRS. So you can still be able to take advantage of all the different incentives and tax incentives that you can take advantage of for being a real estate investor, even though the property is in your personal name. Hold on real quick. I just had to let you know this. The Owning It and Living It Experience 2025 is now live. You do not want to miss out this year. This is the only conference for Black and Brown investors where we merge our culture, we merge our music, and we're all in one place in Atlanta, Georgia. You do not want to miss this year. Here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to go down to the show notes, click the link, and grab your ticket ASAP. Grab before the next price goes up. You want to go ahead and get it because we're probably going to sell out this year. All right, guys. See you soon. Another question I get is, should I buy the property in the name of an LLC? If you are first starting out, you're going to get the best loan terms if you buy it through conventional FHA, your regular government loans, especially if you currently still have a W-2 income. And if you are wanting to take advantage of those lower interest loan options while you're just starting off, then you're going to have to put the property in your name. All right. Now, eventually, when you hit the limit, whether you buy 8 or 10 properties and you've exhausted the limits on the conventional side, and you've developed a little bit more experience, then you can begin using a commercial lender or DSCR lender, and that's more on the commercial side. And then you can actually begin buying properties in your LLC. I teach all of this information in my mentorship program. We even have a whole training on how to set up your business legally. We have a training on how to choose the right financing for your rental property, because it's not as black and white. A part of investing further into based on your specific situation is getting a mentor that can help you figure out which option is best for you. But for the most part, most people, when you're starting out, you are buying your first property, it's in your name, but you can leverage an LLC to begin receiving the income and managing the finances of the property. Last super important question I get all the time is, okay, now that I have all these properties, should I get individual LLCs for each property? Girl, that's good. That's good. Okay, now that I have you, isn't that conversation so good? Aren't you ready to take it to the next level? If you're here and you've been binging all my YouTube episodes and you are ready to buy your first or next investment property, but you just don't know where to start, you just need help to figure out what exactly do I need to do based on my specific situation to figure out how to get to the next level. If that is you, I invite you, along with all of my mentees, to join us in my Pathway to Purchase Your First or Next Investment Property program. This program is so amazing. This is how you are actually able to work with me directly. Here's the beautiful part about this program. You pay one time and that's it. It comes with lifetime access. Everybody repeat, lifetime access. There is no renewal fees, no annual fees. You get access directly from coaching from me. Every 2 weeks, you're going to be able to chat with me, figure out what your specific situation is. I'm going to be able to help you overcome it. Plus, you have access to over 50 on-demand trainings that's going to walk you through everything. If you're just now learning about what all this real estate stuff means to I want to actually scale and buy my next multifamily property, it's going to teach you everything in between. And here's the best part. With the 50 plus on-demand courses, you aren't just learning from me. You're learning from the best and the best in the industry as well. You're learning from Dr. Joe about property management. You're learning from Dominique about out-of-state investing. You're learning from my top contractors on how to work with contractors. This program is so amazing. I even include checklists and SOPs and downloads. So if you buy a property and you have a tenant and you don't know what to do, guess what? There's a checklist for that. You're getting ready to do a renovation and you need a contractor agreement, guess what? There's a contractor agreement with that. I'm able to basically just provide everything for you. Why start from scratch when you have access to a program that is done for you? You have the support you need and you have the community. I want you to join me in the Pathway to Purchase Your First or Next Investment Property program. And guess what? Because you listen to this podcast, I'm going to give you a little discount. If you go to the link in the bio or onlylivingit.com and you enroll today and hit P2P 500, I'm going to give you $500 off. Yes! I look forward to seeing you on the next call. Come join me. The way you can answer that question is based on your personal financial situation. When you get to the place of you have those multiple properties, then at that point, you should have a team. You should have a team of experts that you can call on that's going to give you the best financial advice based on your situation. I have a training called How to Build Your Team. And in your team, I actually lay out all the important people you should have on your team that are going to advise you how to set up your business based on your entire financial situation. One of those people on your team is your attorney. So I consulted my real estate attorney. He did an overview of my entire portfolio, my entire financial situation. And then based on my particular financial situation, he recommended a certain legal structure for me to have. So my personal advice that I've been given is I don't need to have an LLC for each property. Okay. But that's based on my situation. It's important for you to build a team when you get to that place when you have multiple properties, and then you'll be able to consult a legal advisor based on your specific situation, whether you should have multiple LLCs or not. Most of the investors that I know that have 20, 30, 40, 50 properties do not have LLCs for each property. You know why? Because it is a financial nightmare to keep up with all of those different bank accounts. Okay. That means you're bookkeeping for each individual bank account. So most people that I know don't have that. But if I have a partnership with this person, then we're going to have our own LLC. For my business, I've been advised that I keep up to $1 million in each LLC. So if I have a property and the net worth of that property is $1 million, then that LLC is capped out and I'm setting up a new LLC. But that's why it's important to get the advice based on your particular situation. And so, okay, great. You're here. I hope that this episode has helped you. Do you have more questions about how to set up your business legally? If so, I invite you to join me in the Facebook group and continue on the conversation there. And if you are ready and you're finally like, I need help with building this team, I need to figure out how to set up my business legally, I want to get connected with other investors, and I need a mentor that can actually help me find the right attorney, that can help me find the right bookkeeper, I invite you to join my mentorship program, and I would love to help you build your team. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, give me a rating on Apple or Spotify if you're listening, and send this to someone else who has asked you before, do you need an LLC to invest in real estate? All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much. Hey friend, have you been enjoying this podcast and you're like, okay, Erica, how can I connect with you and other of your amazing guests that are on the podcast? You can do that within the Owning It and Living It Facebook group. I have the Owning It and Living It Facebook group to help to foster community with other like-minded real estate investors. Folks are sharing advice, I'm sharing tips, and we're fostering community so we can help take our real estate investments to the next level. If you are ready to do that, I want you to join the Owning It and Living It Facebook group. You can go to the link in the bio to join today.